What's happening, guys? So, since I made a little reel about Jamal and his wide leg floor press or sumo lift, um, a lot of people have been comparing our lifts, and people have been looking at my recent deadlifts, which aren't my best deadlifts. A lot of people are looking at my 390 kg deadlift, which is pounds, is like 390, like 860 pounds, and looking at that and saying, oh, you're so shit, like all you can do is 390 kilos. But that 390 kilos was done the day after World's Strongest Man. I had been sat at the pool drinking alcohol and then decided to go deadlifting, so that's not a fair comparison. And you're looking at Jamal, who has been prepping for this comp for the past 3 or 4 months now, focusing only on deadlift. So it's not a fair evaluation of the two of us. I was at the World Deadlift Championships last year. I got 2 weeks notice, and in my opinion, I didn't do bad. Could have done better. I pulled a fairly easily 400 kilo deadlift. It was a speed pull really, and I had, as I said, I had 2 weeks prep for it. I had a crack at the 425 and tweaked my quad a little bit, and so I left it there. But had I been training for 3 or 4 months, like most other people, like Jamal, are doing for this deadlift championships, I would be confident in saying that I would pull 1,000 pounds. My best lift to date on camera is 420 kilos. I have that done 3 years ago while we were in lockdown. So that's 3 years ago. I wasn't even on the Giants Live circuit at that stage, so I was a lot weaker and a lot inexperienced back then. I was, so it was, and plus it was COVID. Like everything was shit. Like my diet was off. I wasn't in a normal routine, and I still managed to pull 420 kilos. So if you give me 3 or 4 months prep, I would pull 1,000 pounds. Okay. I think that's as far as Jamal will go, even if he gets that far. A lot of you are looking at his deadlifts, and first of all, I only take the piss out of people that I would look up to. Do you know, people that I respect? Like, you'll never see me taking the piss out of a guy doing a wide leg floor press with 200 kilos. Jamal is a phenomenal deadlifter. He's one of the best powerlifters on the planet, if not one of the best on the planet. Since he switched over to conventional, he's proved that he is a genuine, really, really good deadlifter. He's one of the best deadlifters we've ever seen. His most recent, I think, is 410 kilos by 4 reps, I think. My best with 410 kilos is 2 reps. And again, that's back when I was in lockdown. That was on a stiff bar as well, and not one of those big long kabuki bars. But yeah, I only take the piss out of people that it's like I respect, and you know, like I'm only poking the bear, as they say. But in saying that, I think he will pull 1,000 pounds. Now I could be wrong. I have been wrong many times before. He could go and pull, I think the next lift after that is 475 or 76 kilos. I think they might go a kilo extra from last year. So that'll be next. Not many people are going to pull that. I think the guy that's going to win the deadlift championships will be Graham Hicks. I'm currently mentally coaching him at the minute, and who's a better mentalist than me, because I'm crazy and shit. So yeah, give me 3 or 4 months prepping for one lift only, and then it'd be a fair evaluation between me and Jamal. At the minute, yes, he is a much better deadlifter than me. I'm going to start getting back lifting hopefully next week. I've been, kind of heavy lifting next week. I've taken time off since World, so I haven't been doing much heavy lifting. And like a lot of the fans out there, the powerlifting fans are saying, oh, Jamal's going to show up the strongman. The only way Jamal can show up to strongman if he pulls 500 kilos, because a strongman has set the world deadlift record. So until he pulls 401 or 2 or 5 or whatever they're going to, and if he pulls that, then he will have smashed strongman at deadlift. But until then, shut the fuck up and stop talking shit. I think to be pulling 510 or 505, you'd want to be pulling 410 for at least 8 reps, 8 to 10 reps. That's the kind of power you need to be pulling 500 kilos. So when you see 410 by 4, it's good, but it's not a 500 kilo deadlift. It's probably more down the lines of 1,000 pounds deadlift, 4, 5, 3 or whatever it is. Another guy I'd like to see prep for this for the World Deadlift Championships is Tom Stoatman. I mean, to properly prep for it. I think he's a guy that could genuinely pull the 505. He has picked up a 300 kilo stone off of the ground and loaded it. Any man that can pull 300 kilos of concrete and steel and lead and whatever the fuck else they put into an Atlas stone is in contention for being able to pull 500 kilos, in my opinion. Because that 300 kilos is deeper than deep deficit deadlift. He's completely bent over and into a hairpin to pull that off the ground. So I think if Tom Stoatman got the finger out and solely focused on just the deadlift like Jamal is doing, or any of the other guests that get to these things, they only train for one event, whereas when we rock up to these competitions, we're training for 5 events. When you rock up to World's Strongest Man, you're training for 15 events. When Eddie took the deadlift record, he solely focused on deadlift. Same as Thor, they're only focused on deadlift. They weren't worried about super yoke or log press or none of that shit. Graham Hicks at the minute is the guy to watch. I'm going to be going over to Graham Hicks next week, hopefully on Tuesday, and I'm going to be there with him, and I'm going to try and psych him. I think he has got heavy deadlifts, possibly 420, 430 for 3-ish reps, hopefully. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think I could pull 1,000 pounds? I bet you're all going to say no, because I've upset a lot of you with my reels. Goodbye. See you later.